Sofi update here on the 12th. So we went down a little bit farther on Friday, but then we bounced into the end of the day. If you watched the last video, I talked about this being a 5-wave move, but an extended 5th wave. And that's exactly what we're getting right here. Let me zoom in a little bit farther. Wave 3 ended right here. Wave 4. We have wave 1, wave 2, and the question is, did we complete wave 3? I think we did. You can see it comes outside the parallel line. It didn't quite get to the 1.61 fib. A little bit short of that, but that's fine. So we're in wave 4 here. Where are we at in wave 4? We get a wave A right here, pull back for wave B, and then it looks like a pretty easy to see 5-wave move. And we also have a gap to fill right here. So the 1.61 fib of the A wave is sitting right around 880. So I'm expecting a little bit of upside on Monday, and then I'm expecting a sell-off again. So it's probably the same for the overall market. Maybe a little bit of upside on Monday, and then probably going to sell off more. As far as targets go, I could just take this first wave and I'll be looking for something around 814, potentially lower. It just depends on how low they want to take it, but probably somewhere in the low 8s will be the bottom of its 5 waves. And I don't think it can extend anymore. It's got to be bottoming around there. So that will be 5 waves complete. And we zoom out here and just take a look at what's going on. This whole move was definitely an ABC move. And the question is, where do we go from here? So the path are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the most likely path right there to new highs. If we come down here to the low 8s, then we could see something between 12 and 13 bucks, potentially higher. It could go as high as it wants, really. We have student loans coming soon, I think. I think end of August, is that right? If you know, leave in the comments. I'm not really sure on that off the top of my head. But 5th wave should be coming, or if the market is really bad, then we could get something like a bounce, come up here, fill the gap at 1030, and then come back down, and then go higher. That's possible too. That would just be a really extended 4th wave. But this 2nd wave did take over 3 months, and we're only at the 2-month mark. So I would say it's more than likely finished here at 8 bucks after we hit the next low. But I don't know for sure, because if the market's really stubborn over the next couple of months, which is a good possibility it is, then we could be something like this where we just chop around and then finally go higher, maybe by next earnings or maybe like later in the year. So really it depends on the overall market, but this 5 waves is definitely about finished. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should be the 5th wave, extended 5th wave right here. So at the least, I would be looking for a bounce to at least like 950, but then we got these gaps up here. We have this gap at 1030. We got a gap here at 1130. So we'll see what happens, but that's just a quick update on where we're at in the chart. Look for a little bit of upside potentially on Monday, not very much. And then I would be looking for another move down to the low 8s to complete this overall 5-wave move. And then we can finally bounce. I guess one other thing to look at is the daily standard deviations. Let's take a look at where we're at. We are still just below the mean. So we could come all the way down here to 689 and be at the very bottom, but that's not going to happen most likely. On the 4-hour, we're way outside of -2 standard deviations. We have not been that low even in May. So this is a very, very extended move. We should get a big bounce after we bottom here in the low 8s. It should be a bounce at least back up here to 1030, I would think. So we'll see if that happens or not, but that's just a quick update. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have any tickers you want done, and have a good weekend.